Our beliefs shape how we see the world, acting as lenses that color our perception. They act like filters, influencing what information we notice and how we understand it, often without us even realizing it. This is true for simple beliefs, like our favorite color, which might be influenced by childhood memories or cultural factors, and complex ones, like our political views, which are shaped by our education, social circles, and personal experiences. These beliefs don't just appear out of thin air, they are cultivated over time. They form over time, influenced by our experiences, upbringing, and the people around us, including family, friends, and even media. Once established, beliefs can be surprisingly hard to change, even when faced with new information that contradicts them. This resistance to change is partly about protecting our sense of self and maintaining a consistent identity. Our beliefs are deeply tied to our identity, shaping how we see ourselves and our place in the world. Changing them can feel like questioning who we are, which can be a daunting and uncomfortable process. This doesn't mean we are stuck with our initial beliefs forever. Change is possible with conscious effort. With effort, we can learn to question our assumptions, seek out new information, and become more open to different perspectives, leading to personal growth and a broader understanding of the world. First impressions matter. They create strong emotional reactions that can linger long after the initial encounter. This is true for people, places, and ideas. Imagine meeting someone new. Within seconds, we form judgments about their personality, trustworthiness, and intelligence. These snap judgments are often based on superficial factors like appearance, body language, or tone of voice. The same principle applies to new information. If an idea is presented in a compelling way, especially if it aligns with our existing beliefs, we are more likely to accept it as true. This highlights the importance of critical thinking. We should question our first impressions and seek out additional information before forming firm opinions. Core beliefs are fundamental ideas about ourselves, others, and the world. They are deeply ingrained and shape our values, attitudes, and behaviors. These beliefs often develop early in life and are influenced by our family, culture, and personal experiences. Examples include beliefs about religion, morality, politics, and social justice. Our core beliefs act as a mental framework. They guide our interpretation of new information and influence the decisions we make. When new information aligns with our core beliefs, we readily accept it. However, when it contradicts our core beliefs, we often resist or dismiss it. This selective acceptance of information is known as confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a powerful cognitive bias that affects us all. It refers to our tendency to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs, while ignoring or downplaying information that contradicts them. We actively seek out information that supports our views. This could involve reading news sources that align with our political leanings, or surrounding ourselves with people who share our opinions. We may also interpret ambiguous information in a way that fits our existing beliefs. This bias is often unconscious, meaning we are not always aware that we are doing it. Confirmation bias strengthens our existing beliefs, making them more resistant to change. This can lead to polarization and difficulty engaging in constructive dialogue with those who hold opposing views. Section 5. The comfort of consistency. Humans have a deep need for consistency. We want our beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors to align with each other. This desire for consistency stems from our need to make sense of the world and feel in control of our lives. When our beliefs and behaviors are consistent, we experience a state of cognitive harmony, which feels comfortable and reassuring. However, when we encounter information or situations that contradict our beliefs, we experience cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is an uncomfortable state of mental tension. It arises when we hold two or more conflicting beliefs, or when our beliefs clash with our actions. This dissonance motivates us to reduce the tension and restore cognitive harmony. Section 6. Cognitive dissonance. When beliefs collide. Cognitive dissonance is a powerful motivator. It occurs when we hold two or more contradictory beliefs, values, or ideas simultaneously, creating a sense of mental discomfort. When we experience it, we are driven to reduce the discomfort it causes. This drive can be so strong that it influences our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in significant ways. We can do this in several ways, changing our beliefs. This involves reevaluating and possibly altering our core values and principles. This is the most direct way to resolve dissonance, but it is also the most challenging. It requires us to question our deeply held beliefs and be open to the possibility that we might be wrong. This process can be emotionally taxing and requires a great deal of introspection, changing our behavior. We can sometimes reduce dissonance by changing our behavior to align with our beliefs. This might involve adopting new habits or abandoning old ones. For example, if we believe smoking is unhealthy but continue to smoke, we might quit smoking to resolve the dissonance. This change in behavior can help bring our actions in line with our beliefs, reducing the mental conflict. Adding new beliefs. Another strategy is to add new beliefs that justify or rationalize the inconsistency. This can help us make sense of the conflicting information and reduce the discomfort. For example, a smoker might convince themselves that the health risks are exaggerated or that they need to smoke to relieve stress. This rationalization helps them maintain their behavior without feeling as much conflict. Ignoring or downplaying information. We might also reduce dissonance by avoiding information that contradicts our beliefs or downplaying its importance. This selective exposure helps us maintain our current beliefs without facing the discomfort of conflicting information. This is where confirmation bias comes into play. We tend to seek out information that supports our existing beliefs and ignore or dismiss information that challenges them. This bias can reinforce our existing beliefs and make it even harder to change them, even in the face of compelling evidence. Understanding cognitive dissonance is crucial for understanding why people resist changing their beliefs, even when presented with compelling evidence. It highlights the emotional and psychological factors at play. By recognizing these factors, we can better understand ourselves and others and work towards more open-minded and flexible thinking. Section 7. The Importance of Open-Mindedness. Being open-minded doesn't mean accepting everything we hear as true. It means being willing to consider different perspectives, even those that challenge our own. It means approaching new information with curiosity rather than skepticism. Open-mindedness is essential for personal growth and intellectual humility. It allows us to learn from others, expand our understanding of the world, and make more informed decisions. Open-mindedness is not always easy. It requires effort and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones. However, the rewards of cultivating this trait are well worth the effort. We all have biases. These biases are often unconscious and can influence our decisions and interactions in ways we might not even realize. They are an inevitable part of being human, shaped by our experiences, culture, and environment. However, by becoming aware of our biases, we can start to challenge them and mitigate their influence on our thinking. This self-awareness is the first step towards change. One effective way to challenge our biases is to actively seek out information that contradicts our beliefs. This means stepping out of our comfort zones and exposing ourselves to diverse perspectives. This might involve reading news from sources we typically avoid or talking to people who hold different political or social views. Engaging in open and respectful dialogue can broaden our understanding. Another helpful strategy is to question our assumptions. We should regularly reflect on why we hold certain beliefs and whether they are based on facts or preconceived notions. When we encounter information that aligns with our beliefs, we should pause and ask ourselves if we are accepting it too readily. Critical thinking is essential in evaluating the validity of such information. Finally, it is helpful to cultivate intellectual humility, which involves acknowledging that we don't have all the answers and that we might be wrong. Embracing this mindset can lead to personal growth and a more inclusive worldview. Surrounding ourselves with people who think like us can be comfortable. However, it can also create an echo chamber where our beliefs are constantly reinforced, making it harder to see alternative viewpoints. To challenge our biases and broaden our perspectives, it is crucial to seek out diverse perspectives. This involves engaging with people from different backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life. We can do this by attending events outside our usual social circles, joining online forums with diverse memberships, or simply making an effort to talk to people who hold different views than our own. These interactions might not always be comfortable, but they are essential for developing a more nuanced and accurate understanding of the world. Intellectual humility is the recognition that our knowledge is limited, that we are fallible, and that we can learn from others. It is the opposite of intellectual arrogance, which can lead to closed-mindedness and an unwillingness to consider alternative viewpoints. Cultivating intellectual humility is essential for overcoming our biases and becoming more open-minded. When we are humble, we are more willing to admit when we are wrong, to change our minds in the light of new evidence, and to learn from our mistakes. Humility doesn't mean lacking confidence in our abilities. It simply means recognizing that we don't have all the answers, and that others have valuable insights to offer. Learning shouldn't stop after we finish formal education. Embracing lifelong learning is crucial for personal growth, intellectual stimulation, and staying adaptable in a rapidly changing world. Lifelong learning involves continuously seeking out new information, exploring different subjects, and challenging ourselves to think critically about the world around us. We can do this by reading books, taking online courses, attending lectures, or simply engaging in thoughtful conversations with others. The key is to stay curious, ask questions, and remain open to new ideas throughout our lives.